social is now going mobile, and we'll talk about some of the frameworks we have. So the Web 1.0 was in the 90s. People don't really refer to it as that, but some things came out of the web.
And most importantly, it's going to be chat, and that's the beginning of blogging. As you've got chat, you've got discussion boards, you've got reaching out to your friends. That was the very beginning of social networking, and it happened in the Web 1.0, if you will.
Yeah, but they didn't call the Web 1.0 ever, and they called it 2.0. It's a marketing term. It wasn't really a version. But where we were with other things is the hiker in the woods could go from A to B. How do I get there? And then Gordon Gekko here in the 80s had a monster cell phone. But none of this came together. The web was not with the cell, with location, which is where it is today.
Right, but now we've got the Web 2.0, which is the perceived second generation of the web. Now you've got rich internet applications, you've got social networking, you've got the blogs, you've got communication tools, and that's really important.
And there's a wealth of applications that came out of it. You had all the content sites. Obviously, the Facebooks and the MySpaces really defined social media. The Plaxo and the LinkedIn's brought it to the business world. Then you had all the folksonomies, the Dignations, the Twits, the Farts, the Reddits, the Technoratty, and then you get into location-based services.
Well, all of that together now, the emerging trend is social media, and that's what the Web 2.5 is about. And you can see this spike right here at the end of last year, going into this year on Google. It absolutely spikes with social media networking.
And if you actually do the Google trend for Twitter, it's even more amazing than social media. Twitter is the first generation of social media on a mobile device, and it uses SMS, which is really why it took off, versus some of the LBS apps, which have to have smartphones, which is a smaller amount of the population.
So, speaking of Twitter, let's go ahead and tweet really fast here. Twitter's fantastic. It's a microblog. I'm just going to put here that I'm in the middle of my presentation at the WordCampMidAtl in Baltimore. I'm here with MindGrub. I'll go ahead and send the tweet out. Please feel free to tweet me back.
And where are we going now? We're going from SMS into smartphones. So we're actually getting experiences while we're on our device. The iPhone really made a lot of that happen. Before the iPhone, you had to have dongles to do anything interesting on your phone. But the iPhone brought LBS, they brought really easy application development environment, and they brought the web and a good user experience to access.
And so now we have, you guessed it, the Web 3.0. Again, a marketing term, but it is the next paradigm shift in the web. You no longer have to search for things. It's available on your phone based on your location.
And then specifically we have the Semantic Web, which is no longer I do a text search and I just get an answer with that actual search string in it. I can search for president and it would know that George Bush was a president and it might return that.
So, where are we came from, how do I get there? GPS. We added in mobile, or we added in search from Google, what is around me. So now you're searching for it. But the key is the mobile device and bringing that all together, where you have location-based services and experiences available where you are and based on your location.
And so everyone might have heard location-based services, just like the Web 1.0, which was all about the data, the 2.0 was about the end user. The location-based services is very much about the data. We focus on location-based experiences, which is about the client and the end user as they're engaging in the app.
And of course, you can create your own experiences. You've got websites like Loop, Flagger Whirl, and Urban Spoon, where you're creating experiences, you're finding the information, it's available, you connect with your friends, you let them know where you are, and you communicate with blog, text, images, and so on and so forth.
Another one is Zing. If you're at a party, you can zing your friend your location, and then they can get directions on how to come find you there. There's also some local examples, too. It's not just these national examples.
And now we also have to talk about frameworks for delivering this content. Our framework via place here is two-part. It's a GPS registry, which allows you to assign digital information to a point on a map, and then it's also the client, where you receive that information, and it could be video, text, audio, images, you name it, it's available.
And actually, Patty, your MC for the Ignite presentations today, she's got a site, 600 Block, if you haven't seen it. They have specials and discounts on a lot of bars and restaurants. Their content's phenomenal. It relates to physical locations, and what we are able to do with our framework is provide those locations in relation to where you are in Baltimore, so you can walk around and get those specials.
Take it one step further. Imagine being at a mall and you have the map of the mall on your iPhone. You no longer have to look for the directory on the mall. You don't have to try and figure out where the gap is. Your phone tells you the gap's around the corner, and here's your favorite shirt that you've been looking for with a coupon.
You can go to golf courses. You can get that GPS information distance from the pins. Sporting arenas. We're starting to do this for different national teams and different university teams. can actually show you where your friends are tailgating, where their seat is in the stand.
And so just to kind of summarize, the perceived Web 3.0, the next generation, the paradigm shift, it includes everything from mobile computing to the outer net, using your phone. It's better search, it's better information based on your location and on the go wherever you are. Thanks, everyone.